Gemini, week of May 20th through 26, 2026. Starspoken weekly reading. Gemini. Your season begins now. On May 20th, the sun crosses the threshold into your sign, and the entire energetic atmosphere of the cosmos shifts to match your frequency. The rest of the zodiac has been operating at a different speed. This week, the world catches up to you. And the tarot card that has arrived to mark this moment is not subtle. It is not hedging. It is not offering you comfort with a caveat attached. The card on the table for Gemini this week is the Magician, and if you understand what this card actually means, you will feel the electricity of it immediately. The Magician is not a card of hope. Hope implies uncertainty. The Magician is a card of capacity, of the recognition that everything you need to create the outcome you want is already present, already in your hands, already available to you. The wand, the cup, the sword, the pentacle, all four elements of power laid out on the table. Not someday. Not after you prepare more, learn more, become more. Now. The sun in your sign activates your first house of identity and self-expression for the next 30 days. You are visible. You are magnetic. The world is paying attention to you in a way that only happens once a year. The question the Magician is asking is not "Are you ready?" It already knows you are. The question is, what are you going to do with it? Mercury, your ruling planet, is already in Gemini, which means your natural gifts of communication, of wit, of seeing connections others miss, are operating at peak power this week. There is no fog, no delay, no Mercury retrograde muddying the signal. You are thinking clearly. You are speaking well. Your words are landing. Jupiter in Cancer in your second house of money and self-worth continues to expand your financial landscape. Your worth is increasing. Whether it's being reflected in your bank account, your opportunities, or the respect you're receiving from others, Jupiter is building something real in your material world. Saturn in Aries in your 11th house is applying discipline to your communities, your networks, your long-term goals. It is asking you to commit, not to everything, but to the right things. The Magician helps you see which of your many options deserves your full power. And you have power to spare this week. Love and relationships. The Magician in your love reading, Gemini, is one of the most empowered positions you can be in, and it comes with a specific responsibility. You have enormous influence in your relationships this week. Your communication is magnetic, your presence is charged, your ability to say exactly the right thing at exactly the right moment is operating at its highest capacity. This is extraordinary. It is also something to use with care. For those in relationships, this week invites you to actively create the experience you want in love, rather than waiting for your partner to set the tone. The Magician does not wait. Plan something intentional this week. A conversation you've been waiting for the right moment to have, this is the right moment. A gesture that shows your partner who you are when you're fully present, make it this week. For those who are single, the sun entering your first house combined with the Magician is one of the most attractive signatures in the tarot calendar. You are at your most magnetic right now, not because of performance, but because of genuine alignment. Show up as yourself, fully, without apology, and let that do the work. Your action step this week: name what you want in love, out loud, to yourself. Then act as if you already have the power to create it. Because this week, you do. Money and career. Gemini, the magician in your career and financial reading this week is one of the clearest calls to action in the entire tarot. You have been circling something professionally, an idea, a move, a launch, a conversation, for longer than is strictly necessary. The magician stands in front of you this week and says, "The conditions are never going to be more favorable than this. Go." Mercury in Gemini gives you unparalleled communication power for professional purposes this week. This is the ideal week for job applications, client pitches, negotiation calls, content creation, contract discussions, or any professional activity where your words, your ideas, and your ability to connect are your primary tools. Use Mercury. Let it work. The magician carries one specific financial warning: don't scatter the power. You have access to many opportunities this week, many directions, many ideas worth pursuing. The magic happens when you focus that energy into one channel rather than distributing it evenly across 5. Choose your most important professional move this week. Give it everything. Watch what happens. Health and energy. Gemini, with the sun entering your first house this week, your physical vitality is being directly replenished by the most powerful source in our solar system. You will feel this. If you've been tired, scattered, or running on depleted reserves, the energy of your solar return season begins to restore what was spent. Not all at once. But you should notice, by midweek, a genuine lift. A return of your characteristic mental sharpness, your speed, your curiosity. The magician's health message is about the relationship between your mind and your body this week. Gemini rules the nervous system, the lungs, the hands and arms, and the magician is a card of total coordination between the mental and physical. Activities that unite your mind and body, breathwork, coordination-based movement, anything that requires your brain and body to work together, will deliver outsized benefit. Watch for the shadow of Gemini season on your nervous system, the tendency to take in too much, process too fast, sleep too little. Give your body scheduled permission to be still. Sleep before you think you need to. Personal growth. Gemini, the deepest invitation of the magician this week is toward the full ownership of your gifts. You carry more ability than you typically claim. This is not a performance issue, you perform beautifully. It is a belief issue. Somewhere beneath your wit and adaptability and your gift for making everything look effortless, there is a quieter voice that isn't sure it deserves to be taken seriously. The magician answers that question definitively. The 4 elements on the table are yours. Not borrowed. Not temporary. Not contingent on anyone else's approval. Yours. This week, your birthday week, for many of you, is the week to internalize that. Not to perform confidence. To actually feel what it would mean to trust yourself completely. To stop hedging. To stop pre-apologizing for your ideas before you share them. To stop making yourself smaller in rooms where you are, by every objective measure, one of the most capable people present. The sun is in your sign. The magician is in your reading. The universe has arranged everything you need. The only remaining variable is whether you believe it. Challenges and warnings. The magician's primary warning for Gemini is one that is specific to your sign. Do not let your gift for options become a trap of paralysis. You can see the possibility in everything. Multiple paths, multiple framings, multiple ways the situation could unfold. This is a profound gift. And this week, with this much energy available to you, it can also become a reason not to commit. If you can see 10 ways forward, you can always find a reason to hold off on choosing any one of them. Choose anyway. The magician does not succeed by contemplating the tools on the table. The magician succeeds by picking one up and using it. Watch also for a shadow expression of the magician worth naming honestly: manipulation. The same persuasion skills that make you extraordinary in communication can be used to move people toward what you want rather than what is true. In a week when your influence is this strong, be especially careful to use your power transparently. The real magic is always in integrity. Finally, with Saturn in your 11th house, be selective about who you share your biggest ideas with this week. Closing. Gemini, your season is here. The sun is in your sign. The magician is at your table. Mercury is in your corner, speaking your language, amplifying your voice. This is not a week for small moves. This is a week to act on the thing you've been building up to. The pitch, the launch, the conversation, the creation, whatever has been waiting for the right moment, this is it. You have everything you need. You have always had everything you need. This week, the cosmos is making sure you can't ignore that fact. Your affirmation for this week: I have everything I need to create what I want. I begin now, with what is already in my hands. This is your Starspoken reading for the week of May 20th through 26. Gemini, your season, your reading. Subscribe to Starspoken for your weekly dedicated reading, and come back every week during your solar return season. It only comes once a year. Leave me a comment. What is the one thing you've been waiting to start that the magician is calling you to begin right now? I want to know. Until next week, Gemini. The wand is in your hand.